how you overcome failure. I'm going to share with you how I overcame failure in my studies. I did kind of in one of the previous videos already, but I'm going to go a little bit more in depth here and get potential clients looking for you. What? Clients who were hey. Alright, so you know, sometimes when persons fail, they think that failure is the end of the road, the end of the rope, the end of life. No, failure could literally be the beginning of massive success if you allow it to be. So don't ever see failure as the end. Because I've failed in my academics multiple times. I've failed in my business a couple of times. But I've learned, I've moved on, and I've learned how to no longer fail in both areas. What a blessing. Thank you, Jesus. So, one thing that you can do, and I have done in order to not fail anymore, is that I study what I love. So anybody who knows me know I'm extremely passionate. Apart from God, I am extremely passionate about business. Business is my thing because I like flexibility in terms of my time. So I don't want people to tell me, oh, you come to work this hour, and I've had that before, but I'm done over that. I need to set my own work times. So I love the business world for that. I also like the fact that there's no ceiling in terms of how much money you can earn. Also I love the fact that I'm able to provide jobs for other people. So I like those things. But there are other things I do love about business. So when I was pursuing my studies from Form 4 or 5, I went into business studies. When I did my A-levels for 2 years, I went into management studies, which is business studies in advance. And then when I studied at the university, I did business management and administration. So I've studied business for 9 years. Now, there are certain things I was not happy about studying business for so long in the school system, and you'll hear more about that. I've shared some about that in some previous videos, but I'll share more again. Before I go there, study what you love. When you study what you love, you will actually feel that natural motivation and passion to continue studying. And that's the one way you overcome failure in your studies, at least. Right? Ask God for directions. That's another one. Then ask God. I just serve God. God don't exist. I know everybody has their belief system. I personally know, not just from the Bible, but from my own personal relationship and experiences with God. And because I connect with God and He tells me, He speaks things to me sometimes, not always, not usually audibly, but when He tells me things, it usually happens, and we have that relationship. It's important to have a relationship with God. Listen, when I don't know stuff and when I don't trust certain things and people, guess what? I'll be like, God, I put it in God's hands and ask God for direction, and He literally directs me. As the Bible says, in all thy ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path. I tell you, oh my goodness, Lord. Yes, so once you have God through Jesus Christ, literally you have a bonus. If you don't have Him, but you missing out. I'm going to be frank. You are missing out. It's not just about religion. Religion is believing and all of that. It's more than a religion when you have a relationship with God. It's like you believe in somebody. That's like more like the religious part of it. But when you have a relationship and you speak to this person based on how you connect with them, and they can speak back to you, and you have that kind of godly conversation, humanistic, godly, you know. Woo, I just love it. It's just a beautiful thing to have. For those who know, they'll understand. Those who don't know, hopefully you try it one day and you'll see how great and wonderful it is to have a relationship with the world boss. All right, so yeah, as I said probably in a previous video, that let me explain. I wanted to get honors in college. I had no clue how to get honors. The first day I went to college, I was so happy and excited. I was like, oh my gosh, Michelle's finally going to take her studies seriously on her own, independently. I came home the evening, started to read the first chapter that the lecturer indicated we should read and do the questions, answer the questions. And I became extremely stressed because what? 4 hours passed and I didn't start answering a question. Like, what? I thought I would finish the assignment in like an hour or two for the most. Not even two, but like for the most, you know. I was like, what's going on here? How more assignments going? I started to get frustrated and I realized that that method of studying wasn't going to work. So I prayed to God about it. It took me some time. He led me to the right people. I learned from them. I applied things. I tweaked. I learned. I tweaked. I learned. I tweaked. I put together a program in which I offer, as I said, in my workshop, which is my activity time management workshop, that has helped me to go from stressing to better being able to study, be more efficient, and use my time wisely and get the most out of my time. And I've been able to graduate with honors, right? With 31 A grades and 12 B grades. So I said, ask God for direction. I didn't know, but I asked God for direction because I have a relationship with Him. I trust that what He's leading me to do is Him, because we have a relationship. So I'm kind of familiar with how God would connect with me, and I follow through with His lead. He helped me. So that's why I said, ask God for direction, especially if you know God. Don't waste that. Don't waste that asking. Is not going to be a waste, because the Bible itself says, ask and shall be given. That is the truth. When you ask, it shall be given. Okay. The third thing you need to do to overcome failure that I have done, do extra studies outside the curriculum or your course outline or your syllabus. Now some people say, what is that thing? When you go into school, if you're in high school or college, university, you will have like a guide to show you what topics you will cover in the courses in order to make sure you cover them and get whatever desired grade you want. So of course I was studying business management in administration in university for 5 years, and during the pandemic, while I was still in college, that was about a year and something after I started college when the pandemic occurred, I, after praying to God for direction and stuff, I encountered some videos on YouTube by this man called Evan Carmichael. Oh my gosh, this man is a blessing. He's a blessing. He's a blessing. Like, based on the content that he posts, and it's not always from him but from other wealthy persons, I've learned so much that has helped me in business. Firstly, from that outside of school. And then because I've learned from them how the school system is not going to help me to be the entrepreneur that I want to be, and even that God wants me to be, I was a little bit discouraged and upset. I wanted to leave college immediately. Like right there. I wanted to be over with college, but I had a student loan, and then I made a contract with Gates. That's the assistance that they give in Trinidad and Tobago, government assistance for tuition. So I had to make a decision to stay because I wasn't even skilled as I am now to know how to really generate a lot of sales and business. I was still kind of new to the business. I'm still new, 5 years around there, close into it, but I've learned a lot and I know much more now. So which will not happen as a business owner currently, if I was ever to end up with $0 and 0 cents, I have some skills that can help me to increase that, which is called lead generations. That's at least one, in order to scale my business really fast, because I have that background. I've done it already. So going back to what I was saying, with the curriculum and stuff, it is a guide with regards to what you should cover to complete your courses and to get your grades, whatever A's and stuff or B's you're looking for. So So I was studying in school, and if I was just studying in school after I learned that the system was not going to help me to be really successful in business, and as I said, I wanted to leave, I had to find other things to do to encourage me, to motivate me to, because I still had like 2 years and something in college at that point. I imagine we having to wait so long in a system that is not going to really teach you to be as successful as you need to as a business owner. So I would listen to Evan Carmichael and other persons like Dr. Miles Monroe, Patrick Bet David. I have encountered some other business owners like Dan Pina. That's a story by itself. Oh my gosh. Dan Pina is a billionaire, but since I am living for the Lord and I no longer use obscene language, I can't listen to him. It's like I don't want to start back using obscene language. And so the company can kind of influence you in a bad direction. So I have to be kind of careful. So I kind of cut off him. There's quite a number of persons I've learned and listened to. And that encouraged me on the side to keep studying, to make sure I complete my degree and get my honors. And I changed which honor I wanted because I realized I wanted the highest honor initially. But I realized putting in all that effort wasn't making any sense due to the fact that what I'm being taught in the university was not going to help me to be as successful as I wanted. So I took some of the time and spent it on the side studying real business skills. So that kept me kind of a little bit motivated. And then some of you all may know, at some point I started to do record music. So that's something I love. I love to sing and stuff. So all of that on the side was helping me to feel encouraged. So what I'm trying to say is, when you don't like certain things in life, and like my situation, because I had a loan and a government contract to complete the degree and to stay in the country and serve for about 4 or 5 years after I completed those things, I had to make a tough decision to remain in college. But I found ways or things that I could do outside of college in order to keep me motivated and help me to actually accomplish my goal more than the college degree was helping me to accomplish my business goals. The last one, how to overcome failure. But this one is also going to help you to get potential clients. That's for persons who are prospective business owners. You want to become an entrepreneur, or you already are. Use social media. Listen, in life, think about this. This is a question I have first learned from Dr. Myron Golden. He is an exceptional, God-fearing, but also wealthy businessman. And I want to throw this question out to you all as well. The question is this: are there more persons that know you or don't know you? Out of the 8 point something billion people alive, are there more persons who know you or don't know you? Of course, all of us, there are less persons who know us, right? Okay, so why not using social media? Why not putting yourself out there? Because I believe in prophecy. Some of you probably don't know what prophecy is. Some of you probably don't believe in it, but there are biblical prophecy and then there are personal prophecy that I have received from some of the prophets of God, for God to help me understand the things that He wanted me to accomplish in my life, and He wants me to accomplish in my life, because I have not accomplished them all as yet. And I believed in those things. I spoke it over my life, because words have power. The Bible says death and life are in the power of the tongue. Yeah. And I would decree and declare and all of those things. But what I also did, as the Bible says, and this is something you all might hear me talking about a lot sometimes, faith without works is dead. Faith is believing, works is the actions that aligns with your belief. So in other words, if it is you want to appear on Google search, which you can, if you want to appear on Google search like me, you need to start posting, and you need to post using certain keywords based on who you're trying to target, your target market, so that eventually you'll appear on Google. The fastest way to appear on Google is posting on YouTube. I tell you all a little key there. The fastest way to appear on Google, YouTube, because YouTube is owned by Google. So I have been posting content since 2012. However, when I started to post, it was mainly like typewritten statuses. I never used to do videos and things yet. I wasn't that brave as yet with the social media video stuff. It's around 2018 I started to post videos, and I've learned and grown and still learning and growing. I believe that learning is a lifelong process. It is. Just make sure you're getting the right education, the right knowledge, because the school system is only going to get you so far. I've said that before. If you want to know more about that, you might want to check out one of my previous videos where I talk about the school system. But back to what I'm saying. You want, when it is you complete your studies, people come looking for you, clients or a potential employer. Let me give you all two stories and some blabbering. So once upon a time, that was in 2013, when I completed my A-levels, the talk was spreading that 2 years ago, not recent, 2 years ago from 2013, which is 2011, I would have gotten a distinction in maths. And then a family member came and asked me to teach 4 children maths when I graduated from A-levels in 2013. And that was the first job I ever got. And I can't remember exactly, but around that time I would have been trying to get a job because I'm finished with school and I want to work in order to get some money, because my mother was not really working. She would work now and again. My dad was done with me and financing and my main dependent, who was my grandmother, was deceased. So I was able to land a job because of the fact that, even though it was for the summer vacation, because of that grade. Some persons, they would say, Miss, I just want to pass, because remember I teach too, right? I teach now also students. They said, Miss, I just want to pass. I'll be like, no, you need to be clear on what grade you want. And I always tell students, any student who I have taught within the last year at least or two, I didn't used to say it much in my earlier teaching years, but of lately I do say it a lot. I would love all my students to get distinctions. The higher your grades are, even though O levels, ordinary levels, certification and qualification will only get you so far, but the higher your grades are, the more easier it will be for you to get a job if you look for a job, or people will come looking for you, as I had someone came looking for me, and that was the first job I got. The sad thing though was, even though I studied business at that moment for 4 years, I didn't go to university yet, so it was 4. I didn't even know how to continue that business from that opportunity. That's to tell you how these school systems are a waste of time. Oh my God, Lord help me. It's a waste of time when it comes to business owners, and this is not really the point I want to talk about business owners, but it is a waste of time, because I studied business for 4 years. Let me tell you something, right? Within the last 3 months, not even 3, yeah, around there. Right now, today, as this video is being made, today is the 28th of January 2024, right? So 2-3 months ago from today, which would have been late 2023 to now, I have encountered and been trained by a number of business coaches, not a whole lot. Some of them are millionaires, right? I've gone to their coaching, and let me tell you all something, right? The things I learned within those last 2 months or almost 3, I have actually used a few of them in my business, has helped me to see a lot of changes faster than anything I've done from the school system. So that's to say, 4 years before I did my college degree, 4 years studying business, got an opportunity to teach, which was a side business or a business opportunity. And I had no clue how to continue that business after that summer vacation. No clue. I went back looking for jobs. Something is wrong with the school system. So that's why I usually tell people, I say, listen, you want to become a business owner? Find somebody who's a successful business owner and learn from them. Because the school system is not going to help you to be as successful as you would like to, especially when it comes to business. Take it from somebody who has now studied business for 9 long years. I should be a millionaire already. Just saying. If them was actually teaching me stuff to be really successful in business, I should have been a millionaire already. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways. So, if you search my name now, Michelle CN or Michelle CN Augustine, you'll see me popping up on Google. You want to know why? Because I've been setting up myself for times like these and for the future. So when people look for me, it's going to be easy to find me. I'm making myself findable. And that's what I want to do. Now I want to give you another story before I move on. When I completed my college degree, of course, the way how the system has been set up, most of the jobs you need out here is going to ask you for academic qualifications. CSEC, CAPE, A-levels, O-levels, whatever I call them, degrees. So, because I was posting on LinkedIn, that is a site for business owners. Even if you're not a business owner, you could be on that site and you could get recruited from that site real easy, because it have HR personnel, like human resource managers and stuff from businesses there, and they would see your stuff depending on who you follow and who follow you. It's like a social media platform for business owners mainly, and for persons looking for jobs. So I used to post stuff from my business activities, and then I graduated in 2023 last year from college with honors, right? I posted a photo of that, I think, was it the same day I graduated, which was July 1st, 2023. I believe so. And someone messaged me. I'll show you all the message. I'll just not show the name, but I'll show the message. But paraphrasing for what they said is that they realized that I'm self-driven, or I have a high drive. In other words, I don't wait for people to give me things. I am a go-getter. I am self-driven, and that's true. I've developed. God has helped me develop that skill. So I don't wait on nobody, because nobody ain't gonna come help me most of the time. So what? I don't wait on nobody. I know what God has me here to do, and God know Michelle know what she had to do. So Michelle just got to do it. So yeah, and the person was saying something like that. And it was like, in other words, they saw me as a good fit to come into your company. I never asked that person for no job. I never told that person I'm looking for no job, but because they saw, one, my work ethic previously, because I was posting and certain things I would post about business and studies and education and different things. And then they saw I got honors, and once you get honors, anybody who understands what an honor is, an honor in terms of college means that you did excellent. That means you got distinctions in college. So the person contacted me. I don't have to go running on people for job if I wanted that job. So that was some people don't understand. Even if you don't want to be a business owner, but you want to get a job easy out here, and you don't have links and stuff, you know, some people have links and people will put in a word for them and thing, but your qualification shows, it speaks for itself, people will come running down you. Clients, if you have a business, will come running down you if you're good at what you do. Plus, potential employers will come running down you. You want that instead of the other way around, where you have to chase people for work or chase people to get clientele, right? Woo! that was a mouthful.